Hi, everybody. My name is Jim, and welcome back to another episode of The Lake Effect Gardener. I'm going to talk loudly because I cannot figure out what's wrong with my wireless mic. It's just not working. I've tried everything. It might be just defunct, in which case I'll just project as well as I can. So, welcome to the September tour of the garden. It has been pouring like cats and dogs. It's been nonstop, and there's a little bit of a window here. It's been raining on and off today, so it's kind of sprinkling right now, but it's not going to be the longest tour I've ever done. It very well might be the shortest tour that I've ever done. So I think just for the sake of my own safety and the safety of my technology, I am not going to do the... Oh gosh, it's pouring. Yes. So I am not going to do the overhead shot from the garage. We'll just consider it an occupational hazard. But I will do the tour as I normally do, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what's going on. Now, I had mentioned in my melon video that I have figured out the issue on what and why what has been eating my crops. Yes. Happy and sad about that. Happy because now I know what I need to do in order to keep all of my crops safe moving forward. Annoyed, yes I am, because... Okay, I'll just tell you, it was a rabbit. A very big, fat rabbit. Probably more than one, okay? But I'll explain to you as we go out there. I'm going to show you exactly point of entry, how it got in, etc., etc. It kind of blew my mind a little bit. Anyhow, so once the rain subsides a little bit, I am going to start from the pergola area, and I'm going to show you what being away from your garden for maybe 3 weeks can do to somebody. Oh my gosh. I have so much work ahead of me, but it's okay. It's okay. Remember, gardening for me is my therapy, and when I can't get out here, well, it's been knitting and whatnot. So the weather forecast is supposed to be improving. Whether that's the truth or not is, it's in the hands of Providence, as they say. But yeah. I will be getting back out in the garden to start putting things to bed, to continue to harvest, if I can manage to squeak it out in between the deluge. It has cooled off so much. Today we only made it into the low 60s, so this is a Thursday, and and this is what... No, I'm sorry. Is it Thursday? Yes, it's Thursday. So this is the second full, or the first full day of autumn. I don't know, first or second full day of autumn. But it's amazing how it's like, here it is on the calendar. Oh, by the way, today's supposed to be the first day of autumn, and then it's like the weather, boom, changes. Unbelievable. I mean, I'm slightly bundled for this time of year. So anyways, where was I going with that? Not quite sure. Let's go to the pergola area. Right. Yeah, let's go to the pergola area. I'm going to show you all the lovely overgrowth and show you guys exactly what things look like at this point. And then, it's going to be time for me to get the hedge clippers out, but the mechanical one, not the mechanical ones, the manual ones, not the electrical ones. We don't want another accident. And start cutting things back. So, I'm blustering. I'm sorry. Let's go over to the pergola area and take a look at what the garden looks like in the end of September 2021. Let's go. Okay, here we are at the pergola area. Everything is very overgrown and unkempt because that's how busy my life has been. Yes, zinnias are still going. Everything's looking very overgrown and tired. Kind of like me right now. So I'm gonna make my way through the jungle here. Yes, look at these paths. Oh my goodness. All right. I'll show you what's going on here. Hold on. Oh. I can't get in the garden. Okay. Oh. Oh. So it's starting to rain. I thought I'd maybe get this before the rain comes, so I'm gonna make this quick. I may have to stop and grab an umbrella. All my beans that I planted have been eaten. Yes. Wonderful. I hope they enjoyed it. Everything, carrots are still being feasted upon. But for some reason, I guess these rabbits don't have a taste for Swiss chard because the chard is doing lovely. It really is. So I've been coming out here and taking some here and there, and it's been lovely and very tasty. My beans over here have also been chewed to nothing. So I'm just gonna let those ride. Just gonna do a lot of laughing here, guys. My cucumbers are still hanging on for dear life. I'm cucumbered out right now, so I'm gonna let those ride as well. The nasturtiums are rather happy. I mean, they're climbing up nice and tall and they're lovely. And yes, you know, we can eat the foliage off of those and the seeds and the flowers and stuff like that, so that's edible. Nothing going on in this bed really, and my zucchini is done. It's completely done. So this bed is pretty much going to be put to rest. Nothing new here on the potato front. I still have those 2 rows of the russets still underground here. Toms are pretty much done. I'm going to come in here and harvest the rest of the green, pull the rest of them out, and clean up these beds, put them to bed once and for all. All the beans that were planted in here were eaten, so I'm not going to be getting any late crops of beans this year. Some more of what has been feasted on, all of my broccoli and cauliflower. None of this has changed really, so I'll explain how the rabbits are getting in a moment, but they've also taken down all of my purple cabbage. But they have not touched my collards. So I'm gonna get these all out. I'm gonna yank them and I'm going to can them. I'm gonna process them, get those all taken care of, and get these out. I think everything is pretty much gonna be put to bed very, very soon, whenever I get the time. The one thing that hasn't been chewed on is my little hedge of French marigolds. And they just look so gorgeous, don't they? I really think they're just, these were all done from seed. And the seed has been saved for years and years. And I go through here and I pick off the spent blooms. And it's a little wet, but anyways, you know, I take the spent blooms off, and then these little flower buds, or these little spent flowers, have all of this lovely seed inside of it. So, I mean, it's really, really wet. It's been pouring rain, so, you know, I'll obviously leave as many of the spent flowers on there as possible. Hopefully they'll dry out, and then I can come through here and give it a really, really good once over so I can save some more seed. The French runner beans here, okay, these are the horticultural beans, are really, this whole thing is really heavily laden. Okay, and they're getting really, really thick, and you can see the beans, okay, forming in there. So I'm gonna let these ride. I'm gonna have a ton of these beans. I mean, the whole pergola, or not pergola, but the whole trellis is just completely laden with beans. So I'm gonna have a really great crop of these, and I'm gonna dry them completely, and then I can use them for soups and stews and whatnot. Peppers are still going. So I do have some chilies. I do have some more of these. I've been picking them right along. Okay, aren't those gorgeous? So peppers are in good shape. Happy about that. The corn has been completely maimed now by both weather and animals. So, you know, that's all they wrote. It's gonna be just decoration, just like every other year. But I still have this Hubbard squash, and this is ready to come in. I'm gonna bring that in with me. It's massive. It's just huge. I'm really looking forward to eating it. So over here is where I had encountered a really, really big, fat, huge rabbit. Okay, and it was just kind of chilling here. And I went back to the polytunnel to pick the watermelons for my watermelon video, and I started walking towards it thinking, oh, I don't know how it got in here, but man, I'm gonna chase it. So rabbit was sitting right here. I walked towards it. This thing was huge, okay? It runs all the way over here, and then I don't know how it managed, but it actually got through this tiny little hole, okay? And upon reading, it said that a rabbit can get through any size opening as long as its head can fit through the opening. The rest of the body can fit. So apparently this is big enough for a very large rabbit to get through. I know, completely unbelievable, but I witnessed it with my own eyes. So the rabbit was really the biggest culprit, eating everything. So, I mean, for next year, it's gonna have to be chicken wire. I'm gonna have to reinforce this with chicken wire, at least go up at least 3 or 4 feet with chicken wire. And that way I will know for sure they won't be able to get through that. But my butternuts are good. Okay, they're just kind of sitting here. I should probably come out and get them. And I've got several kind of strewn about. I've got one hanging here on the fence here. I have another one forming over here as well. So I've got a random spaghetti squash starting to form here. I doubt it will come to anything, but some more butternut. Yeah. Another one. This one's cute. The rabbits also had most of my black-eyed peas, but they didn't touch the pods. So I'll be able to harvest these as well. The wind took out my gigantes bean poles here, which, I mean, it literally just fell apart. I don't think there's any possible way for me to repair this. It's just so incredibly full of foliage and, you know, beans, but nothing seems to be, you know, eating it, which is great. And I'm again, I've got a lot of beans on here and I'll get to pick them. I'm probably just gonna pick them dried. Okay, I've got more forming here. So yay, I've got another crop, you know, possible crop. And I don't know how long these puppies are gonna last, but you can see just the amount of flowers I've got on this plant. There's tons of flowers still. So if we continue having a mild beginning of autumn, I might be able to get a lot more. So I'd normally go behind this to go around, but I'm unable to. So I've got to get this all cleaned out. Oh my gosh, it's been so busy. I've just been so incredibly busy. I haven't been able to get back here. Things are still going though. For example, my lovely little sweetie tomatoes are still throwing tomatoes. I'm very, very pleased about that. Very tasty, delicious little gems that they are. I'm going to harvest my Tulsi. Okay, this is holy basil, very medicinal. You guys can look it up. Some of my parsley. I still have eggplant forming, which is exciting. So lots of little tiny ones, but I can, you know, throw them all together and get myself a nice little meal. And then over here are the what's left of the Blue Lake, you know, pole beans here, and I've left the rest to dry. I've had quite a bit off of them. They've been very, very delicious. So I'm going to leave the rest to dry. I already have a huge stock of these beans, these particular beans. So, you know, I can use them as dried beans. They're great. So, oh my goodness, I know this is really, really fast. I've got some more just random lemon balm that's popping up here, all hither and thither. And so I'm going to keep harvesting my herbs as I find them. They're just kind of dotted all over the place. I still need to get this stuff in. This is all, so here are my, you know, my cucumbers and stuff like that, and lettuce and different things. And I'm going to, this is all going to just go right into the tunnel. It's going to go into the tunnel. Things have really cooled down here, so let's see what's going on in the tunnel. I can get the gosh darn thing open. Now, I took you guys in here when we did the melon video. So things are moving along nicely here. My tomatoes are positively huge. They're a little leggy, but you know, I'm starting to crop. So I'm not sure. I think this might be the porter from last year. So this is a porter. That's a porter. I don't know what this is. It's adorable. And then, to tell you the truth, I don't remember planting this at all last year. These little kind of yellowy orange ones. But that's okay. They're still tomatoes. Ooh! Super sweet. Delicious. So, I'm probably going to put the cucumbers in here and let them climb, see if they come to anything. And, you know, I've got my chard and my peppers and things like that. I still have some eggplant in here as well. Things are looking a little dry. I need to get in here and do some watering. But then the remainder of the stuff that I'm growing, it's all going to go in here. Okay, I'm going to get that taken care of sooner. Hopefully, maybe this weekend. If I have a minute to breathe, that would be ideal. So I know this is really abbreviated, this tour. Not a lot has gone on back here, but there's still lots to be harvested, lots to be processed. And I'm just gonna keep going and going until I can't go any longer. I mean, oh dear, look at all these cucumber tomatoes, cucumber tomatoes. I'm pickling cucumbers. Oh goodness, I don't know if these are any good. Oh, they're feeling a little squishy. So you know what? I'm gonna save these as seeds. I'm gonna save these. This is gonna be all my seed stock right here. Fine. I need seeds for next year. So, all right. Yes. So I'm starting to get a little wet from this rain. So I'm gonna take you guys back into the shed, I guess, and have a little chat. Okay. A little wet. So that's it, guys. I know it looks worse for wear. It really, really does. But there is still a lot that I can harvest. And I'm not above of, you know, any, how am I gonna say this? It's not below me to continue harvesting things that have been munched. So there's still a lot of cabbage out there, even though it's been, you know, sampled heavily by rabbits. But there's still a lot of edible stuff in there, so I will use it. I'll pull it up and I'll use it. Collards, beans, you know, peppers, whatever's left of my tomatoes. I've got Swiss chard, I've got kale, and then I've got all that other stuff that's happening in the tunnel, tomatoes, and I've got all those lettuce crops and things like that that I still need to get into the ground. So it's still going. It is still going. And like I said previously, my hope is to really keep that tunnel going as long as possible. Saving seed, you know, all this stuff, it's a whirlwind. I know I said that, you know, September is gonna feel like May when it comes to the craziness in the garden, but I almost feel like this is crazier. So yeah, that's it. Nothing spectacular and nothing really, you know, there's no illusion on this channel, guys. You see what you see as I see it. I'm not going to hide it from you. The things out here are a little unkempt, but, you know, I've just been so busy. And there's only one of me here, so gotta do what you gotta do. But still a lot going on, still a lot can be harvested, and for that, I'm thankful and happy. And there's still plenty of food that I can put up that I can, you know, continue to enjoy throughout the non-growing months of the year. So I hope you're all well. I hope that you guys are continuing to enjoy your gardens, and I will be back soon. I'm hoping to get a melon video compilation out. I don't know how easy that's going to be because it's going to involve, you know, reaching out to different people and, you know, kind of perusing the hashtags for the Transatlantic Melon Challenge and then figuring out where everybody's from because everyone's sharing the same hashtag. But there's a lot that I want to get on in the kitchen. Different things that I have on a list that I want to share with you. That's very make do and mend. That's going to be make do Mondays, etc. I'm going to be transitioning more into the kitchen for different recipes and things that I pick up and whatnot. And yeah, lots to do, lots going on, and I hope I can stay on top of it for both of us. I just stacked 2 cords of firewood, and I had to do that before it started pouring rain, so, you know, lots of stuff going on. Okay, I'm done, guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please look at my other videos where I'm a little bit more laid back, not so high-strung. This is not a normal occurrence. And, you know, if you like what you saw, please put the thumbs up and leave your comments. I still need to answer a lot of those comments, too. And I'll be back soon. Hope you guys are well. Miss you guys. Miss my garden. So long.